Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to get started on the Figura Obscura Headless Horseman. It is a subline from the Four Horsemen design, kind of like complementary line to their Mythic Legion stuff, and I thoroughly enjoy this stuff. Shout out to Dorklayer who got to do this as a reveal. It's fantastic. Had a great time watching that video. If you haven't, go watch it. I'm going to try to put the link in there because I've been learning how to do that. Been doing my studying. Yeah. But no, for real. Shout out to Dorklayer for that. Shout out to Toy Bro, who is one of the few people way back in the day who got me into Mythic Legions. And I just want to say I appreciate you guys for real. But yeah. We have the Headless Horseman here, looking really good, looking utterly fantastic. As you can see here, Pumpkin Man has a pumpkin plan. It uses a similar of the new body type, which is introduced with Valak and Bardrick and Krotos, that body type. So as we see here, I'm really enjoying this. Man, ooh, listen, like, so we already know what our body type are. We have the single joints. So let's check out our articulation. As you can see here, we can lift our arms up. We can hit that T-pose. There is no bicep swivel, but we do have a forearm swivel. As you can see here, our gauntlets can move, right? We have our hands. Our hands are going to be on a horizontal peg and not a vertical peg. We have our rotund style ab crunch. Our head is on a peg, which allows you to look up and tilt. Yes, Riley, but you cannot necessarily look down. So just keep that in mind, right? Also, just like with Bardrick and Valak, you can actually take off. I'm going to pop the torso, just so you guys know, right? You can actually replace this chest plate. I'm not going to do it here, but just know that it does share that same piece of removable chest plate. This one requires some more work, actually. So I think this one is actually like really in there. But you can see that seam line for when you're supposed to be able to take it out. So I'm not sure if they glued that one in, but the seam line is there and shares that design. So you can see with our belt and stuff. Like I said, we share that similar design here. I'm gonna pop this back in. Ooh, looking all fresh. This is soft plastic, which is, I love that. So we can lift our legs up still. We can actually still get that 90 degree. We have that super generous ankle pivot, which I love so much. We do have a single jointed knee though, so keep that in mind. Make sure we get that sharp image. Sorry about that, guys. We can actually move our legs out, and we do have thigh swivel. In case you were wondering, it's all there. So as far as posing this guy up, right? Pumpkin Man with the pumpkin plan, right? If we pose him up to just look really cool, as you can see here, there's no problem with posing him. Obviously, if you have a problem with single joints, this will not be for you. But look-wise, I really do like what we've got going on here. And just in case you didn't know, or I didn't make it clear, he does come with the horse. So we're going to talk about the horse as well. Now we're going to talk about his steed, which does not have a name at this point. I just call him Horse, or Undead Horse, whatever. He's Horse. Like Balius, he looks utterly fantastic. Our articulation is the same, right? I have a little bit of paint rub here, and that comes from me trying to get crazy stupid poses, and that's on me. We do have red eyes. We have the open mouth, which Balius does not have. So you can see here, he has an open mouth, right? We have all our steel gear, which can still be removed, and we have our articulation, which involves single joints rotating. And I will say this one actually feels a lot better than Balius did. It definitely holds better, but also it feels like a softer plastic. We do have new hair, right? So this hair is mounted differently. This look like there's dirt and mud on our hooves, or it makes it seem like they're kind of on fire. So maybe you can do like a spirit rider, or like Jonathan, what was his name? Something Kale. But he's the original spirit rider from the early Western days. As you can see, we can rotate here as well too. So yeah, we have a bit of a nice run with this. You use the tail to balance, as you've seen everybody else do, right? We're gonna back our hooves up a bit, and it can balance the weight with a character on it, but I obviously can't do it with my camera in the way right now. But I will do it later on in this video. That I do promise you. So as you can see, we're just moving it around, showing off that movement. And the horse is really good. You actually still can remove parts of it as well as like its harness. I don't know. The saddle. That's the word. I don't know why I be forgetting words during videos, but we have our saddle here. And we can rotate our neck left and right. We can go downward just a bit. We can extend the head forward. right? And then we can move it backwards. So you do have a bunch of positions that you can do that will actually look really fantastic on a horse. Now, if you've got McFarlane horse and stuff like that, I actually need to find it because my boy Detour Customs gave me a McFarlane horse that I've been wanting to use in a size comparison. I think now is the time. I'm going to try to find it so I can use it for the size comparison later. Now, real quick, what we are going to do is we're going to jump into those really cool accessories. So I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, guys, now we're going to jump into accessories. This is where it gets really fun because we get to see the other cool things you can do with your Headless Horseman. Now, I know we keep calling him the Headless Horseman, but I have not done anything to show off his headlessness. So let's do that right now. If you actually remove your head and you remove your neck peg, right? And I think this is really cool, is that we have this here. They actually give you the neck pegs to show them like actually headless. So you pop this peg in, and just like that, now you have literally the Headless Horseman. And you can just focus on, you know, the other parts of the body for this character, right? He also comes with a cloth cape, who I believe is designed by CJ. I don't want to say it for sure, but I 100% do believe it is CJ. So there's actually an easier way to do this. I'm just really cheating right now. You actually are supposed to remove the collar, but I'm actually going to cheat by folding it up because for video sake reference, right? I'm going to just do this. And I'm going to have it hover over. Some people have glued theirs in. I don't want to glue mine in because I like the ability to maneuver around. But our cape is indeed wired. Look how it folds ever so beautifully. Just looking real good there. I'm having fun with this, as you clearly can see. And so is Riley, who keeps rubbing himself on it. I don't know if he likes the way it smells or not. Also, with our Headless Horseman, we will get an alternate sculpt for our pumpkin head. As you know, we have this one here, which is what you got. You saw it on screen already. But one of my favorites is that we actually have a flaming pumpkin sculpt. This is utterly fantastic and lights up very well under lighting. So I just want to show you guys that. I love this thing. Next up, we will have an alternative hand. In our right hand, we will have an alternative hand sculpt with a peg on it, and that is to allow you to show yourself holding your head as you pop the head into the peg, and you can hold it in. Another cool thing that they've done for him. You will also get some other hands, and in those other hands, you will get a sword holding hand, which has a vertical peg on it and not a horizontal one, and you will get a sword. You'll also get a right hand that is also vertical, and then you'll get another left hand that is horizontal, as well as our open hands that you see here. One more thing we have, and I thought this was really genius to add it. It's really cool that they did it. You will actually get an extra hairpiece for your horse for when you are in motion. And I really do enjoy that this was added. This is a really nice little add-on. And if you are curious about that, where it adds on at, obviously I will show you. Because what we're going to do is, we're just going to remove the hair. Just remove. As you can see, there is a point where you can just add it in. It plugs right into those ports. Just make sure you match them up. And if it doesn't match up, you can always just heat it up to be soft. It's hard for me to see because I am like looking through the camera and then also trying to look here at the same time, which does not prove to be helpful for me. So yeah, we're gonna turn horse. Oop. There we go. So as you can see, how you have that whooshing hair. I really do like this, for real, for real. And no, oh wait, or is it? No, it's not this way. It was the other way. So I had it right. But I be tripping sometimes, so I just gotta make sure. I don't want to misinform y'all. So there you have that. With all of that being said, what I am going to do is I'm going to take the time to put his head back on so you can have and do a size comparison, because it would be crazy to do it with the head off, because I would love to do that, but I don't want to hear you guys complain. So instead, I'm going to go off video, pop a head sculpt back on, do some size comparisons. I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, guys, now we're going to jump into the size comparison. So let's get to it. First things first, let's compare to some Mythic Legions. Here we are with Badrick, which like I said, they share a basic body type. There's the lower torso, parts of the arm, obviously. And then we have the chest plates being different. Then, you know, he does get new parts, obviously. Then, when you want to compare it to some other stuff, hi Ichigo. Ichigo's in the room, y'all. So just remember that. So he's gonna do what he wants by making a mess. Then we have a goblin. So just so you see the different height sizes, there you have it. Looking pretty cool there, right? Let's remove these two. Let's go with our half giant, just so we can see just how big the big boys roll, right? Next up, I want to do some McFarlane stuff because I actually have stuff. So we're going to do some McFarlane stuff, and we are going to do Baron... Oop, I'm dropping stuff because of Ichigo. We're going to do Baron Voligar, right? So here we are with Baron Voligar. Looking really solid, right? As you can see here, we have our different sizes, different gems. All still pretty good, though. Next up, we have McFarlane the Witcher. Because I know I mentioned the horse earlier, so I was like, you know what? Let's throw some Witcher in there. Then we also have the video game version from McFarlane. These guys actually look like a pretty good size compared to them. Shout out to Detour and Saturn's Core who helped me get those. It really means a lot because I've been missing out on all that stuff. Next up, we're going to compare to some other lines. So here we are with G.I. Joe, Stalker. And then we have Valiverse Rollout on a Night Brigade body. Showing you that you can mix and match your stuff, have a little bit of fun, right? Then there's Mezco Me on a Gomez body, right? And there you have it. A little bit of mix and match, you can have a little bit of fun. Let's remove these three. Oop, sorry about that. Then we can do stuff like, here we are with a Marvel Legends Icarus, right? Then we can do an Articulated Icons Ninja. And we can do, SHF Kamen Rider Kuga. Right? The shortest man in all the land, but one of the coolest. As you can see, when you size these guys up, size comparison wise, like if you wanted to do your Sleepy Hollow stuff or have a good time or whatever it is, I think it's okay that he could be a little bigger because he's a supernatural spirit or whatever tale or version that you know of him. He could be bigger, smaller, it doesn't matter. You can have some fun. I am going to move him to the side, though, so I can compare the McFarlane horse next to our Headless Horseman horse. And you can just see how differently they are stacked. As you can see here, McFarlane horse has really thin legs, but it does give you the same kind of height. Let's actually move this up a bit. There we go. We got to move over. And even side by side, it's really just a matter of making your head like... Oop. I pop that plug out. As you can see, the legs is going to be really where it's beefed up at. But depending on what you want to do with it, I'd say have fun. I prefer the Mythic Legions one because I feel like it can hold the weight a lot better. But the McFarlane is a lot lighter and does look similar enough if you want to be cost effective. So there's plenty of other options for you. In the meantime, guys, I do want to say thank you very much for watching my stuff. I want to say thank you for the likes, the shares, everyone trying to get me to 100K. It does mean a lot lately, especially because I know people have things to do. Like, you don't have to watch my stuff. So in all reality, it does mean a lot when people like want to come out and like watch my stuff. It does mean a lot. So I just want to say thank you as always. You got to show appreciation to the people. You really do. As always, guys, thank you so much. And always, please be good, do good. Drink your water, guys. Later.